Never negotiate your non-negotiables. You have those in place for a reason. As soon as you lower your standards, you almost always regret it. I'm going to share with you guys in a minute a story of this woman who met this guy outside of her apartment complex, and against her better judgment, she decides to go back to his place for a very first date, which is something she usually doesn't do, and she instantly regrets it.
I ended up wearing a sundress, and I still did my makeup and looked like my gorgeous self. And when I get to his place, he's wearing basketball shorts and slides. But I'm like, you know what? Whatever, we're trying something new. It's fine. So we get into his apartment, and I'm like, doesn't smell like dinner. We get to the kitchen, and I just see ingredients laid out all over the countertop. And I'm like, oh, are you about to cook in front of me? And he's like, no, you're going to make me dinner. He's like, now you don't like to cook. No, you're gonna cook, so cook. I beg your pardon. So to make the really short story even shorter, the men are losing it. They're losing their minds.
That's why you don't do it. He never treated it like it was a date. Basketball shorts and slides? And she got dolled up, put on makeup, a dress, and all of that. Bruh, you know what? This man would have this woman, who he does not know, come into his home, prepare him a meal on a first date, and still try to lay her down. One of the reasons why you never go over to a man's place on a first date is it's too casual. Like, the only time you're going to get the nice dinners out and the nice dates and all of that is usually in the beginning. I'm sorry. Unless it's a good guy who's used to doing that. Some of the guys, they only pull out their stops in the beginning. You have the rest of your relationship to be casual. You got plenty of time for coffee dates. Plenty of time for come over to my place and cook. Plenty of time for Netflix and chill. You have plenty of time for that. But a lot of these men, the only time you're going to get them to get dressed up and take you out is in the beginning. You don't want to get too casual too soon. And once you go to his place on a first date, he's probably going to have you come to his place again for the second and the third. And he's not going to want to take you out on a real, actual date outside of his home. The goal of getting you on those couple of dates is to get you comfortable enough to go back to his place. So if you start off back to his place, there is no incentive for him to actually wow you and woo you. This is why you don't do it. Your standards are set for a reason. You have your non-negotiables in place for a reason. The instant you start compromising on that, you're going to have to continue doing it. As my mother once told me, what you compromise to get, you must compromise to keep. They're going to keep having you compromise. Or don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. They're the only ones who win in this scenario. It's never you.